Guys, see, I done this video like 3 times yesterday, and I had planned that I was going to just do a cut and join. I just cut everything together, but I still wasn't getting the result I wanted, so I had to I had to film this again, and I'm not even feeling too well, but it's the final week of Vlogmas and all of this. I have to put out all of the content that I've had in stock, and seeing that the remaining content that I already filmed for this week is not going to work. It's supposed to be a sequel to each other, sequence, whichever way it is. It's supposed to be a sequel to each other, so if this doesn't come first, the remaining ones wouldn't make any sense. So this is like a backstory to the main story. Sorry, but this malaria thing, this harmattan thing, whatever it is that is flying in the weather, it's really dealing with me. Like, it just came all of a sudden yesterday afternoon, and if I had the choice of removing my legs temporarily for that yesterday afternoon, I kid you not, I would have done it. But let's just thank God for good health. Let's thank God that we are getting better. So if you're new to this channel, I promise you it's not always like this. I don't usually start like this, but today, see, everything just gets as it be, and I'm hoping that you guys just take me as it is today and just accept me and just see the gist, just see the cocoa of what I'm about to tell you. So in my Q&A get to know me video, someone asked me why I left YouTube for a long time, and I said I was going to film about it. So I left YouTube because I think I stopped posting on YouTube. That was in April, until I posted my proposal and pre-wedding photo shoot behind the scenes. So I left YouTube since April till September, and that was because I was planning my wedding. Because guys, wedding planning is not a joke. It's not easy. It's draining. And see, I had to paint all of my jobs. I wasn't taking orders for my fashion designing job also, and I was just sewing the clothes because I already had a ton of clothes. I was just sewing the clothes I already had on ground, and because I was bent on making some of my outfits, for example my traditional outfit and my reception outfit, I just needed a lot of time to do all of those, and there was a need to travel up and down and all of that. So I just couldn't. But I was filming the wedding planning process, but I had to delete all of that because right now it's not useful anymore. Maybe when I find and I eventually get married, I'm going to bring new fresh ones for you guys. And eventually the wedding did not hold because there were a lot of factors that were just against the wedding happening. And the wedding was supposed to be 9th of October. That was 2 months ago. And is it 2 or 3 months? 2 months ago. And sorry about my voice. Oh God, it's really terrible, but I'm trying my best to speak as much as I can because I have a headache also. So back to what I was saying. The wedding was supposed to be 9th of October. That was 2 months ago, and the whole thing scattered like 3 weeks to the wedding. That was after my birthday. My birthday was September 12, and everything scattered after, like literally after my birthday. We started having issues. So for my birthday we started having issues, and the problem were just too much that we couldn't resolve, and we just felt like, see, the best thing is just for everybody to be going their separate ways. Let's not just disturb ourselves. And that was exactly what happened. And see, I said that I'm not going to spill too much in this video because I don't want it to land on Insta blog, and I don't want anybody to start saying that I'm dragging them, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And most importantly, I don't want anybody to start messaging me to say that I said one thing in the video. But one thing I'm going to say is that it's whatever happened, that broke that relationship was something petty that could not overlooked, that could have been resolved. But one thing I came to realize after that, after the whole incident, was that they practically didn't see it happening. They didn't want it to happen. And I thank God that God used them to correct my coconut head, because if I had been sensitive enough in the spirit, I would. God told me something, and he spoke to me in numerous ways, but I wasn't seeing it from the perspective that I was supposed to see it. It's more like someone saying that if you go through that route, trailer is going to jam you, and then you are praying to God that, God, I want to pass through this route, and I don't want trailers to jam you, when the actual message is just for you that you should find another alternative route and don't pass that place at all. So that was basically what the situation was. I was seeing it, but I was giving it a different interpretation, and I thank God that they came with their own wahala and eventually helped us scatter the nonsense that we were planning before, because I can't even imagine the disaster that would have happened if we had gone ahead with the wedding. And imagine, I don't ever pray to come back to this channel and tell you guys that I'm divorced. God forbid. It's not something I wish, it's not something I pray for, and I'm positive that it's not something that's going to happen to me in Jesus' name. So this is not to say that it's I don't even know how to put out this disclaimer. But anyways, moving on. But one of the things that pained me was, see, when we prayed some prayers, there was this particular prayer that I prayed a lot during the wedding planning process, because wedding planning is not easy. You have to pray. And there was this prayer I was saying that let your will be done. Whenever any issue arises, I was always saying let your will be done, let your will be done. But see, one thing nobody is going to tell you is that let your will be done is not an easy prayer to pray, because although you are submitting to God's will, but God's will sometimes you're not seeing it from his own perspective at that point in time. So it might be very, very painful and might be a very, very hard pill for you to swallow. But at the end of the day, it's just for your own betterment. Oh God. At the end of the day, it's just for your own betterment. But I was just unhappy. I wasn't just happy with the fact that I couldn't say my own side of the story, and till tomorrow we have some notions about ourselves. They have notions about me too. I have notions about them. It's basic. But I was just too shocked and confused at their whole their reactions and how they behaved when this whole issue happened. That I just even couldn't open my mouth to say some things, and I was just crying like idiots. Guys, see, if I don't cry again for the rest of my life, the tears where I pour for those 2 weeks was absolutely enough, because I cried a lot. And most of the conversations I should have had, I didn't have those conversations. I was just crying a lot, and I was just apologizing even for the things that I didn't do. I just kept on apologizing and apologizing and apologizing. And all of those apology, because like one of his friends sent a voice notes to our mutual friends that if I wasn't guilty of what they said I did, that I wouldn't be apologizing that much. I wasn't apologizing that much because I was guilty of what they said I did, because till tomorrow I still don't see the offense. But the reason why I was pleading that much was because at that point I still cherished the relationship and I still cherished him, and I felt like it wasn't, because see, everybody that has heard the main story of what happened kept on saying, when I told my friends at first that okay, this is the allegations they are levying against me, they were like, no, it's not possible. How can they say that one? How can they say they're calling it off because of that? And I was just like, that's it. So until they reached out to some of his friends too, his close friends too, and they were able to get their side of the story too, and they're like, because of this thing, you're calling off wedding. And then they kept on saying a lot, and I've said it on this channel countless times that my love language is words of affirmation. I like it when people say sweet, not just sweet things to me, but just share words of affirmation. And you know that, and you're using that as a weapon against me. You're saying hurtful things to me because you have the backing of your family members, because your family members think that if someone offends you, let's say if someone steps on you, if you kill the person, you are not at fault, because basically that was their thinking factors. That was the way they were thinking, because for everything they did, how do I say this thing? Abere son elogbeshongo. That's literally in Yoruba. That was literally what it was like. For something that petty, your reaction is this much, and the family members are still supporting you, saying that it is whatever decision you're taking. And I'm really happy that my own family members too did not leave me alone. Like my people stood in for me. For most of the conversations that I couldn't have, my uncles, say Uncle Jami, Daddy Oba, they were there for me. They had those conversations on my behalf. They did everything doable. See, if you do any grass, but if you trade anyhow, you see anyhow with them, they were literally standing behind me. They were literally standing for me, and they were defending me that this did not happen, because see, issues shall occur anyway. So that was it. And then when after all of that happened, I was just crying. I was keeping to myself a lot. I was staying in my apartment alone, which my parents weren't comfortable with. But when I needed to talk, my parents were there. When I needed to do anything, my parents were there. If I needed to cry, my dad was literally there to cry with me at every point. And see, it's one of the hardest things to see the people that you've planned to make happy cry. It's not a really palatable sight, and it's not really something I wish for anyone. But that sight alone made me feel like, okay, fine, this is the will of God. But at the end of the day, this thing is very, very painful, and it's a very, very difficult pill to swallow. But I trust God. And like one of my friends would say, if you want something and God doesn't say that it is something that you really need, or it's something that is good for you, you just have to accept that yes, God is still God. So in whichever situation, God still remains God. And that was it. So after everything happened, after he finally said that he didn't see the wedding happening and the wedding wasn't going to make sense to him, blah blah blah, yada yada, I sent a message out to my friends, because I saw that she would be to my girls, and most of them were already making plans. They were already asking me for the hotels around the venue that they can book, if they had makeup artists, or they should scout for makeup artists themselves, hairstylists and all of that. So I had to send a message out to them, because that was literally 3 weeks to the wedding. I had to send a message out to them, and so that they don't end up making deposits that they will not be able to get back. And his best friend's girlfriend was on my Ashwebi train, so she was part of people I sent the message. It was a group chat, so I just forwarded the message to them. And everybody was just coming to my DM to say, oh, hi, Tofunmi, I'm so sorry this happened. Are you good? Are you okay? And I'm literally grateful for my friends. Everybody on that my Ashwebi list are literally people that are cool. They're not just friends. They're people I could call sisters at any point in time. They're people that if I needed any type of support, I could trust them, and I could trust that my secret is safe with them. Because in all of this, I have people that were not on my Ashwebi list that really wanted to know the backstory of what happened, but my friends are like, no, nothing of such. If Tofunmi decides to tell you what happened, perfect. If she doesn't, perfect. All we know is we are respecting her decision, and I really, really love you guys for that. So I sent the message to them, and everyone actually reached out to me immediately. Can you talk? Can I call you? Some people even came over to my house. Can I come over and all of that? Should I do a video call with you? Do you need anything? Some people were offering me if I needed to travel and leave home, and I should just come and stay with them and all of that. And sincerely, guys, I'm really, really grateful. But this person did not do that. Instead, she forwarded the message to my ex and his family members. And the next thing I'm seeing is his older sister calling me and asking me why I'm taking that kind of decision. Excuse me, ma'am. Like, that's the highest level of abuse I've seen in my life. Because when this issue was going back and forth, I would literally be calling you as a big sister and as someone that was standing as his mom to say that, okay, this is what your son is saying, this is what he's doing, and you are going back to tell him something else. You're coming back to tell me something else. You're telling me, oh really, you don't know about that, what he said, you don't know about it, people have not discussed, and then he's telling me that is you people's agreement. So who should I believe? No, really, who should I believe? Now you're calling me to tell me that why would I send that kind of message to my friends, knowing that we are still resolving the issue? So I just had to forward the screenshots of what her son said. And she was like, oh, she didn't know about it. I'm like, no. Because I remember I told her that he said it is you people's agreement. And according to him, he said that people were just doing neutrality to me, you people never liked me. So all of that, I love you, all of that mushiness was just fake. And she was like, no, it's a lie. So your son lies now. I thought I was the one that was lying. I thought I was a liar in this relationship. I thought I was a terrible and toxic person. So, and she was just like, no, that was it. No, nothing. That was the last, okay, that wasn't the last phone call. The last phone call was when I went to pack my stuff from his house. So, and see, if there's anything that shocked me in all of this was his sister's reaction to all of this, because you people are fanning the flames and making it look like you're doing me a favor, which I found really, really annoying. If you want to come out straight, come out straight. You don't need to, you see, I'm not related to you people. I'm not related to them. I was only related to them by emotions and feelings, and now that the feelings are not there, let everybody just say their day. There's no reason for you guys to be telling me, oh, we are resolving it, oh, it's not a big deal, and then your son is saying that, oh, it's a big deal. That's actually the big deal. Because another thing I found out was that it wasn't being open to them. Hopefully one day he's going to sit them down and tell him the real reason why he decided to take that step. But really, that's not my business. It is not my business. It wasn't really open to them, because it was saying a lot of things to me. It was telling me a lot of things that it wasn't saying to them. And I felt like maybe if they had known those things I was telling, maybe things would have been different, but I'm grateful that things are not different because I would have entered what God did not want me to enter. And they were just saying a lot of things, and it was after I had a conversation with him. That was the last sensible conversation I had with him. That was the last phone conversation we even had. I had a conversation with him, and then that was when I realized that this thing is actually not about what happened or what they are claiming, what they are holding on to that I did. This is actually a premeditated fight that we just needed a catalyst to blow up. Because are you having issues with me? Are you having issues with me and telling me that I'm too ambitious for someone that wants to be a wife? Like if I want to be a successful wife, I'm not supposed to be that ambitious. That's the only reason why I'm trying to do a lot. Because you guys, I still have a lot of businesses, I still have a lot of ideas that I'm still yet to implement. I'm just making sure that the ones I have on ground are standing first before I build and dive into another one. So, and I'm always coming up with ideas, always. So you're telling me that I always have ideas, I have too much ideas for a woman, and the only reason why you can think of why I want to do so much is because I'm trying to be richer than you, so I can be controlling. Excuse me? It's following like it husband complaining. So I found those things really, really weird for him to have said. I just felt like, okay, so maybe this is actually not about what I think it is. Maybe this is something different. You're complaining a lot about. So see, I don't even want to release details, but in everything I'm grateful. In everything I'm happy. I'm not where I'm supposed to be mentally, because this issue dragged my mental health. I won't even lie. Let's just say I'm 70% balanced now, but I'm still better than I was those months. September, October was a mess. Like I was a complete mess of myself, and I'm not even here to say that I did all of that alone. My family, my friends, like I said earlier, my siblings, okay, they are part of family. So anyway, so that is what happened. So Tofunmi, why are you not married? Tofunmi, what happens to your wedding? Tofunmi this, Tofunmi that. I hope I've answered your question. And no, this is not a pity party video. This is just telling you guys what happened, how it happened, and how things are going. So don't worry. See, this love thing, everybody's going to get it. If I find man, I'm ready to get married again, I'm still going to vlog about it. That's all. I think that's one of the questions my dad asked me. I just asked him one day that so if a man comes now, am I going to accept it? Or if I find someone I like, am I going to accept it? And I'm like, why not if not? It's like the way this reaction was like, Oluwashi. He said, he literally thought I was going to be shouting fuck Kitty. I beg you, let's move on. Person we want to kill, no more to then go use carry and go mortuary. I beg. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys are feeling safe. I hope you guys are keeping yourselves warm this period, because this sickness thing, and it looks as if this sickness thing is just relapsing. I don't even know, because this is like the third time I'm sick this month, and today is just December 20 or more. Anyways, I hope I have the strength and energy to edit this video and put it up later today. If not, I'm going to put everything up. See, this is the final week of Vlogmas. Vlogmas is supposed to be on 25th. That's a Saturday. So I'm going to make sure that everything goes up. Oh God. Sorry. So I'm going to make sure that everything goes up by 25th. See, even if I don't end up posting today, tomorrow, or even till Friday safe, I'll post 5 videos on Saturday. I shall make sure that you people see all of these videos, all of this series. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. I love you guys so much.